Hey guys, how's it going? So this is our second Whispers in the Night podcast where we talk about the latest rumors, speculations, and news for Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood and Orlando. So yeah, we're gonna start off first with Hollywood, and then we'll move on to Orlando. So before we do that, let's get into our little panel here. We have David,
Hey guys.
we got Jeremy,
What's up?
and we got Vic.
What's up, guys?
Neil said he's gonna join us soon, so we're waiting on him. Um, so all right. So first, Hollywood. There's been a few code names that Murdy has been posting.
Yes.
So the first one is number three. Actually, it's writer's block.
Yeah.
So David, what's your take on that?
Well,
What do you think?
for a while, I mean, there's been a lot of speculation going around that it was something to do with Stephen King. I'm still holding on to the fact that I don't think Stephen King would let Horror Nights do anything with his IPs, though I wish he would, because I'd love to see Salem's Lot come to life as well as The Shining. However, today actually, I just had like kind of a literally a big light bulb, and I looked at the wording again for it, writer's block. Now, one of the major attractions on the backlot for Hollywood is the Bates Motel. Now, there's been a lot of speculation, a lot of like kind of murmurings at a possible, for both parks actually, for both Orlando and Hollywood, that there might be another Psycho maze. I mean, it'd be a first time for Hollywood, but the one thing that kind of popped into my mind was the words writer's block. The original author of the book Psycho, which was adapted by Alfred Hitchcock, is the author of it is called, his name is Robert Bloch. And with the kind of writing aspect added on to the fact that his last name literally is worded and sounded as Block, it kind of makes me think, well, I think with the Bates Motel on the backlot, it's kind of too tantalizing a possible concept to use for a maze. I mean, back in the past when Orlando did it, it was quite successful. So I would be very happy if they did a Psycho maze, or anything to do with Alfred Hitchcock. Though I think Psycho, of all his kind of projects, would be the most likely. But that's my kind of 2 cents on the whole writer's block, that it's kind of playing on the word for writing, like the author, and then the last name of the author's name, which is Block. So that's just my kind of like 2 cents there.
I can actually see Murdy going with that, given how, you know.
I think we've run out of slashers in Hollywood. I think
It's
like, you gotta remember too, it's a classic. It's a classic.
Exactly. I actually like the sequel to Psycho 2.
The Psycho sequel? Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, Psycho 1's the first one's a classic. Psycho 2 is actually one of the few horror sequels that's actually really entertaining, and I would totally be down to see kind of even if it's a combination maze, or the way they do it in Orlando, where they kind of had it through the asylum and going through the mind of Norman Bates. I think that would definitely be an interesting concept. But either way, having like Norman Bates, who is constantly present on the backlot because you've got that actor that kind of reenacts it for the tram tours, to have that maze, I mean, it's only natural. And I think it was only inevitable for Psycho to get a maze. And especially since we kind of used every modern day slasher, I mean, why not use the one that kind of started it all? Before Michael Myers, we had Norman Bates. So yeah, I would love to see that.
Absolutely, dude. Psycho would be amazing to see, and
Mother.
But another thing to kind of support the idea of Psycho coming is, of course, Bates Motel. Its last season is this year, so
which they've said, haven't they? They said like this last season basically is Psycho.
Right, yeah. Marion Crane shows up, and all that stuff. So
Rihanna.
Rihanna.
The
I
hell.
don't understand that, but okay.
I still don't know.
She's gonna sing in the shower. That's why.
Work. All right.
Are you singing Rihanna?
Look. And
No,
everyone's
then,
like, what
then
the
Norman
hell?
comes in. Norman comes in, freaking slides the curtains, and he's like, "Step."
Shut
Anyway,
Yeah, dude, Psycho would be awesome.
Psycho would be awesome.
I
Absolutely.
personally never went through a Psycho maze, so if it came to both events, hell yeah, I'm down for that.
Mhm.
I would love to see it at both events. I think Orlando fans have been craving it. I think on the side of that, Hollywood fans have been craving for a Psycho maze.
It would go good with the Usher being the icon.
Mhm.
Jeremy
It
wink,
would.
wink.
I would love that idea for the Usher, and then have like all these classic horror movies come.
Dude, have a random
absolutely.
guy in the Psycho house dressed up as Alfred Hitchcock, and he just appears randomly. That'd be so cool.
Well, like in Edgar Poe, Nevermore. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
that.
That would be really cool. Like you just see him in the distance, or like behind a door or something. You'd be like, oh, so cool.
HHN, I should really quickly.
Big fat guy.
HHN Maniacs has said of American Horror Story. Lana Winter says writer's block when trying to expose the asylum. When Murdy says his keyboard is missing M and N, American, like he's got the M in American Horror Story has asylum as well.
Ooh,
I would love that, HHN Maniacs. I would love to see asylum come to life at the event. I would love to see American Horror Story do Roanoke. I know Roanoke has a bit of mixed reaction from fans. I personally loved it. I would love to see Roanoke.
I liked it up till the end.
Yeah,
the ending
Yeah,
was
the ending wasn't that great, honestly.
I would love to see that. That was a great idea. Thank you, HHN Maniac.
You know,
did you guys
another
hear
idea?
the new idea for American Horror Story?
Election.
Oh yeah, the election.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Donald Trump would be like, "Welcome to American Horror Story.
It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge. I'm gonna be played by Kathy Bates."
Oh, yeah.
Why?
But another idea that came to mind about writer's block, I think someone mentioned it. I forget who it was, but is Sinister, because the author, the writer, and of course he's kind of like, what is he having like trouble writing a book or something?
Yeah, he is actually.
Yep.
He goes to the house for inspiration.
And then he starts to look through the films, and then that's when he starts to get ideas for it or something.
Bagul.
Mhm.
Then the Bagul shows up and stuff. So
damn it,
you know what,
I met-
Sinister would be freaking awesome.
I met Nick King, who plays Bagul, at
Yeah.
HorrorCon Birmingham. I should have asked him. It was like, is this gonna be amazing? No, I would love to. Actually, Sinister would be a cool idea for a maze.
Dude, he would probably be all for it too. He'd probably be like, "Heck yeah!"
Dude, he's like the coolest guy ever. I mean, if he was like, he would go through.
I almost met him too, David.
He's like the nicest guy ever.
I was in Florida at the time though.
I think another idea would be for writer's block is The Shining. But
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
like, I mean, he's writing a book, and he is, I don't know. I just think that's
As much I would love that, I just think that's probably the easier guess.
I think Stephen King is still kind of holding on to that idea that no one should adapt his.
Do you think they
They could do a movie.
can do that with? What about it though? Since they have that new one coming up.
It's still it involves Stephen King. Stephen King's still involved with it.
I mean,
I would love to see an It maze, but I mean. Barrel Bob said, "Oh, writer's block must mean we're finally getting a secret window cast."
Welcome to Secret Window. I'm Johnny Depp.
Can it also be Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf?
Oh no! Do it! Go in.
Yes.
Right across from Optimus Prime.
But yeah, there's a lot. I think those are two. For me, anyway, those would be the most likely stuff. Probably American Horror Story and Psycho would be the most likely. Yeah,
absolutely.
I can see that. I agree.
American Horror. I think it's a safe bet to say American Horror Story is going to return. I don't doubt it at all.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's gonna come back absolutely.
I mean, just look at the lines last year for it. It's
Oh,
insane.
that was crazy.
It was crazy.
Well, I mean, it was pretty similar to Walking Dead most nights. Just throwing that out there.
What?
The line.
Whatsoever.
Jeremy, we're talking about American Horror Story here.
No, I know, but
Stop promoting The Walking Dead. God damn it.
Dude, don't give them ideas.
They still want more? Okay.
Again. All right.
We're gonna give them the best of the best of the best house.
We're gonna put the scene with the Carol shooting the girl. No flowers.
And
Look
putting
at the flowers.
HHN Maniacs just put for Charles actually in the scene when one character explains the previous caretaker being Charles Grady, and later in the film Jack meets a ghost and he says his name is Delbert Grady. I don't know, like the whole Shining thing would actually be really cool. I'm just thinking, would it be mostly Jack? I mean, but saying that though, like after The Exorcist was done, anything's possible, really.
yeah, I feel like it'd be a tough maze to create because it's even tougher than Exorcist, I think, because there's really no like it's a pretty scary movie, but there's really no visual like the twin girls, the elevator scene, but I don't know what else they could use.
Naked lady in the bathtub.
Oh, the teddy bear.
The teddy bear. Then you have the whole hedge maze.
I mean, I guess it could work, but I don't know. I would love for it to come though, just to see how they would do it.
John's just constantly spouting out really interesting like code names for these mazes.
That would be really cool.
With no hints though.
No,
Jack just slams through the door.
Freaking! I still can't get over like lemonade. I don't know what that could possibly be, but and I feel bad because like
lemonade.
Yeah, it's just bizarre. But I mean, these last two that they just released, the newest code names have been quite interesting. Like I said, Writer's Block has been. I'd like to think it's Psycho. That's just my kind of two cents. I still think that with John being a clever play on words, I think Block could still be like the last name for Robert Block, who wrote Psycho. But I mean, there you go. Like, I think it's too tempting for John to not do Psycho when it's like basically everywhere at Universal Studios Hollywood. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing what the connections are. But yeah, we'll find out.
If it's The Shining, if the elevator opens, you just get flooded with blood. There you go. That's how you get people out of the maze.
Yeah, if they do The Shining, I really want to see how they.
It would probably be projection or screens.
Yeah,
like it would you get it like think of like Cabin in the Woods with those elevators. It would probably open, but there would be like a screen behind it, and maybe they'll do some kind of water effect or something.
Mm.
And maybe put it like make it look like it's in the distance.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I think for right now, The Shining for me at least is a bit far fetched. But I mean, given that Stephen King, like I said before, has like denied any use of his mazes outside of any of his work. Sorry, outside of films, adaptations and stuff like that. But he is adamant of not doing horror mazes. So.
Mm. All right. Go ahead.
I was just saying, but why? Stephen King, why?
Well, it's like J.K. Rowling won't let do anything Halloween with her stuff, or The Simpsons for that matter. So it's
see now that gets on my nerves because what was it? Japan
did it.
They had.
Yeah, they did they had Death Eaters going around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think they just did that because they're like, we're on the other side of the planet.
We put Death Eater down. You get scared.
No.
We send Godzilla after you.
Godzilla.
Versus King Kong. No, both can be in same park.
But the next one is definitely one that's kind of piqued my interest. The next code name.
Yeah, good segue. So the fourth one is The Big Chill.
Everyone knows what it is.
It's getting a little cold in here. Yeah.
My nipples are hard.
Chilly. So, David,
Uh,
what do you think about Big Chill?
Big Chill. Yeah, I think at this point everyone knows what I think it might be, and I want it to be it. And that is the original 1982 Thing movie by John Carpenter. I would love to see that, considering John Murdy has said numerous times that he would love to do that film as a maze, but also the fact that during a panel, someone asked him, like, after doing The Exorcist, what would you like to do? And one of the films he said was the original 1982 Thing movie. We know Horror Nights can pull it off because we've had Thing mazes in the past. Orlando more so than Hollywood, but I would love to see more creature effects utilized in Hollywood, considering that they're definitely really exciting mazes to go through. More than I personally think, more than like serial killer mazes and stuff like that. But the Big Chill, it could still be quite like, I think that's too obvious a guess, but I mean, it could be totally a spin on something completely different. Now I'm excited to see what Big Chill is, but I'm kind of holding on to the hope that it is indeed the Thing. I think maybe John's thinking, well, everyone's going to think the Thing, but maybe that's too obvious and it's something completely different. But who knows? I mean, John is basically. Hold on a sec. HHN Maniacs has put, Murdy stated that the hint was in the song and the soundtrack from the film Big Chill. Time of the Season is featured in the Big Chill and the Conjuring. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I would love to see the Conjuring. Again,
yes.
I mean, we go through this rabbit hole every year, but yeah, seriously. But yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Yeah. But saying that, John has kind of done a total 180 on some of the hints before in the past, where he's kind of like, because he's the carny and he likes to trick people. But I mean, again, I'm excited to find out what that could possibly be. If it is the Conjuring, I'll be very excited for both things. If it is the Thing, I'll be most excited. If it's the Conjuring, even like that would be really fun to go through. We've seen the success of the Insidious mazes. It's only natural that they kind of transition with the Conjuring.
Yeah, dude. Man, Conjuring would be so scary.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, I have got to watch The Big Chill again. It's been a while since I watched that film.
So, any other ideas or comments on this film?
I think those are some pretty good.
Yeah, thank you, HHN Maniacs.
Thank you.
That's a very good point.
That would be awesome though if it was the Thing.
Oh, if it's the Thing, I will literally buy my ticket.
I love that movie so much.
I'm wearing the shirt right now.
Yes.
It's really a great film, and I think it's just got so many great sets for it and so many memorable versions of the Thing that you could easily pull it off.
Absolutely.
I'd love to see John try to, I know he did the prequel one, but see him tackle the original would be amazing.
HHN Maniacs has added, plus he said it would be scarier than The Exorcist, and he said it would be in the JPQ. JPQ at least with the backlot is one of the was where Halloween was. That was a really good set for that. So if it's scarier than The Exorcist, though, saying that The Exorcist wasn't really that scary, I mean, that's just my opinion, but if it is, I'm really excited to find out what that is. Definitely. That's a really, I did read that earlier, but if it's in the JPQ, it's going to be a decent sized maze because Halloween was pretty big.
Yeah. Exorcist was terrifying. I don't care who you.
Oh, dude.
I went through
Orlando's man.
I would be sitting backstage and I would just see Reagan walk by me, and I would freak out every time.
Jeremy would just bless his water and get up and throw it at her.
And they would smell like vomit.
Jeremy's that little kid in that photo with the crucifix. Have you seen that?
Because they walk by with the contacts in their eyes, and it's
dude, it's scary.
They just stop and look at you, Jeremy. And
Yeah.
So unsettling. Anyway.
Like, it's not even like when you're in the maze and the lighting and everything. It's like, that is real. Like the makeup that they put on them was just amazing and terrifying.
All right,
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, if they're saying it's scarier than The Exorcist, definitely interesting to find out what that could be. I mean, that's a big thing to say if it's scarier than The Exorcist. Like I said, I mean, I didn't find ours that scary. There was a few bits that made me jump, but it was mostly Blackwall. So,
Blackwall's so scary. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Hollywood's scariest thing is the fact that we have black walls. But no, that's if it's in the JPQ, that's piqued my interest even more because that's a good location for a lot of mazes. A lot of big mazes have been there. Insidious, Halloween, all sorts of have been located down there. So cool. Like Texas Chainsaw, I think was down there at one point. No, it was a different one. But yeah, that's a good locale for a maze to be. It's not a throwaway locale. Let's just say that.
Absolutely. All right, I guess that wraps up our Hollywood talk. So now we're gonna move
I'll
over
just be
to
silent for the next 30 minutes.
We're gonna move over to Orlando. So what's it called? Aiello. He posted a first code name. The second one it was Patrick Briller. But the first one is Checkmate. And again, there's been a wide variety of speculations. The Shining has been mentioned. Something related with Checkmate, the king in the game and all that. And Dr. Jimmy actually mentioned that, I think. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think that could Checkmate be? And could there be a connection, which is very possible, given that obviously Orlando and Hollywood are sharing IPs more often now? Could there be a connection with Hollywood?
It's a killer chess maze. There you go. I just solved it.
Alice in Wonderland sequel.
Yeah.
Well, I have two ideas. First one being like Checkmate, as in like, boom, we have a maze that everybody's gonna love.
I was just gonna say that, Jeremy. Yep, like they got something.
Yeah.
That they've been wanting.
Or number two is American Horror Story. This was not my idea. I forgot where I saw it, but how last year's code name was like King or something for American Horror Story.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so this year, the code name for American Horror Story is Checkmate. So,
yep,
those are my two ideas.
Yeah.
Jeremy pretty much said I was going to say too. So,
I mean, I don't really have anything else to say, but like
Checkmate. So I mean,
I think they hyped it up though. I think
we're getting an Independence Day with Jeff Goldblum.
Oh snap!
Checkmate.
Honestly, if my first idea is correct, I think it could be The Shining. Like Checkmate, we're getting the effing Shining as a house. That's pretty legit. But I don't know what else. What's a big property that you guys want that would like freak you out? There you go.
Trick or Treat.
That I wish.
I think Trick or Treat definitely has more of a kind of. I mean, more so on Hollywood. I know it was like the main.
David, don't make me cry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, Krampus was amazing in Hollywood. I'm sorry.
It was.
That's got a sucky one. No, I'm just kidding.
They put it in the wrong spot.
Yeah, it felt like that when I saw the video for Orlando's one.
Stranger Things would be awesome too.
I think with the popularity of Krampus and Trick or Treat definitely growing, and a lot of fans have been cramming for it. Like everyone's wanting it. I think at some point the bow's going to break and they're going to have Trick or Treat at the event at least.
Give me Sam, damn it!
Yeah, I think everyone's down there.
I mean, they pretty much almost had the trick-or-treaters as an icon. Do it.
Yeah.
Trick or treat.
2008, the trick-or-treaters from Trick or Treat were almost the icons.
Oh, true. Right.
Remember that? Was it that meeting they were having, or not the meeting? The panel. And
Yeah.
Mike and Roddy.
Mike
Mike and Mike.
Yeah,
Mike and Mike.
Came in Designers Forum last year.
Yep.
I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can
John,
tell too.
Are you going to that, John?
2 years? No, it was last year. When is it again?
It's like in 2 weeks, I think.
Oh. Is Universal coming?
The panels don't look that good, so I don't know.
No. I mean, the only reason I really went was because Universal.
Jack!
And Jack, of course. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'll let you know about that. I'll look into it. All right, so I guess the second code name, which again was released by Patrick Willard, is Brains.
Finally get him off the wheel.
Took long.
I use that every year.
This actually goes in the Twitter question we have.
David, you have to be quiet. You said you have to be quiet for the next question.
Okay. Be quiet. Hollywood has no place here anymore.
Nope. Orlando territory now. No. What are you saying? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the whole, because everyone's talking about like zombies in regards to this code name. I mean, that's a bit obvious, but I mean, we did have a Twitter question, didn't we? Kind of regarding around clowns.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Who was it that sent that question?
It was
Coaster _cruiser.
Coaster _
Okay.
cruiser.
Wait,
Jojo.
Yeah, Jojo. Thank you.
Okay.
Was it Jojo?
Yeah. I'm looking at it.
Yes.
Jojo.
Okay. Yeah, because yeah. Okay. I see. Jojo. I thought it was like Jab or something. I forget his name.
Jojo from The Incredibles?
Jar Jar Binks.
Wait, so you think brains means it's a comm maze?
No.
Give me Return of the Living Dead.
I think it was just to quickly answer this question.
Tarman.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Honestly, I
don't know what brain could be.
At least in Hollywood, I don't think we'll get another Clown's Maze, but I mean, with Orlando, you could get an original maze. I mean, like they did with Giggles and Gore, that could be another different original maze.
Mm-hmm.
But with Brains, I mean, I think it's too obvious that people would instantly go for zombies. I think that would be
well, the thing with Orlando Codenames is that they are obvious. So
yeah, they are. I'm trying to be cool.
Like John Murdy is really, really cryptic with his code names.
He's a fucking Riddler.
Yeah, but here in Orlando, I don't think we really dive deep into the code names. I think they just throw out a word brains, and it might have something to do with zombies or something.
There we go.
I personally believe it's the Walking Dead attraction. That's my guess.
If it's zombie related, it'd be cool to see at least once to do a Return of the Living Dead maze. That would be so much fun as a comedy.
Give me Tarman.
Yeah,
Return of the Walking Dead.
John, shh.
What they could do is have the Walking Dead attraction and then bring Return of the Living Dead.
That's right.
That's a lot of zombies.
George Romero, man. I want George
Return of the Living Dead versus Walking Dead.
I would love that because it's a comedy. You can have it as a comedy maze too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
wait a minute. When was the last time we had a comedy maze?
Penn and Teller.
25?
No, was it?
No.
What would you call it? Krampus? Krampus was a comedy though.
Oh right. Are we talking? Yeah, that was
You can kind of put Krampus in there.
Yeah, I guess.
Even
I
though,
mean, I
Or
think they
London.
focus more on the horror, but it's good, I guess.
even though in Orlando they hardly saw him.
Krampus was
Oh,
a
don't even get into Krampus, cause
Dude, I didn't even go
You
last
know.
year, and that would have made me
Barrel.
sad.
Barrel posted Orlando. Well, it's going to get leaked anyway, so we'll just heavily hint at it.
Good point.
That's
But, like,
actually
let's-
really accurate.
It is
That
accurate.
Oh my god, that is embarrassingly accurate.
We'll know in like 2 months.
Leaked again. What?
Orlando,
Okay.
fix your staff. Like seriously, like you. Oh my God.
Yeah. They have gotten better though. Last year, the leaks weren't too bad at all, actually.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, actually.
I think if anything, like there was like almost like the leaks weren't as heavy-handed as they were for like say 25.
25, we knew everything in March.
But now when you see people
Sure, I
post,
know.
there's a rumor that this is coming, you're like, oh shit, oh, we're getting this house.
Well, most of it's clickbait. Not trying to throw shade, but it is.
Click the bait.
You're selling something. The leaks in general have been thankfully kind of sorted out to a degree. I think with Hollywood as well, they're a bit more on board. They're on the ball. Sorry, I should say. Like with any leaks that they get. In fact, I don't think there was really any major leaks for Hollywood. At least not that was kind of announced. But I think with Orlando as well, it was very tightly lipped. So I think I applaud both parks for doing a really good job at kind of sealing the cap on some of the leaks from last year.
They really kept Exorcist under wraps.
They did. They
Mm-hmm.
did a fantastic job. So when it was announced, it was actually generally exciting because
I was really surprised.
I know. There was a lot of doubt over it too. Like,
I remember.
The Exorcist,
They're like, we're announcing a house like in a few days, and they were like, oh, it's probably Krampus or something. And they were like, what the hell? The Exorcist.
No, dude, I remember when I saw the Snapchat.
With their stock music. Like, dinner. You're like, wait, that's not the theme.
I saw the Snapchat, and it's like they had the like a person on the bed, and then they had like the devil emoji.
Oh yeah,
and I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, oh man, this has to be the Exorcist. But then Aaron was like, oh no, it could be Krampus.
Oh,
yeah,
that Snapchat.
Yeah,
I remember that.
But then when Exorcist hit, dude, no, I remember like I was leaving work and I turned on my phone and then bam, the Exorcist. I'm like, dude.
Twitter lit up.
Freaking way. Finally, it's here. So that was generally, like you said, David, exciting and very just awesome to find out that it actually finally came.
I mean, so far, I mean, from in terms of like, we've not really heard anything. No rumors, really. Like, like, oh, we're insiders kind of thing. So, I mean, for this year, it's kind of exciting because no one really knows what's coming to either park. I mean, I know we're already in February, and really, like, the leaks really started in like March. But I mean, even then, we kind of were getting kind of hints at what was coming, and it was kind of easier to like decipher what was coming to the actual parks before the leaks even hit the internet. So I'm really happy that we haven't got anything, and most of the stuff that's going on online is actually pure speculation.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually had a house announcement next month.
Oh, that'd be great.
I actually see that coming. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Well, they've started kind of moving them a little bit earlier.
If we see any leaks, they're gonna pump those houses out. They'll start pushing them up.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh shit,
well,
we did it again.
We had our first one in April last year, so March really isn't that bad.
Nope.
Yeah.
And no, like even before they released the dates and stuff, and the select tickets and stuff on the website, they like on Twitter, someone asked.
When was
we're very close.
Icon?
Oh yeah, that post.
Wait, what?
I'm trying to look up the date when that was.
It was in June because wait.
Oh wait, for when Chance was revealed.
Yeah, it was around June because I was in Alaska.
Yeah, it was announced.
It was June. All right.
Chance.
You guys wanted the usher, but now you're stuck with me.
You're gonna love my house.
But then you won't.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, Neil's gonna join us.
20 years.
Yeah, Neil.
Time to leave.
Um,
Just kidding. I need a drink.
20 years. Oh shit.
here.
I fell.
All right. So yeah, that's so yeah, that happened. On Twitter it said yeah, very very close.
Yep.
So yeah, I think I agree with Jeremy. I think we'll probably get an announcement, something,
Or at least a tease.
if not, yeah, or
Walking Dead attraction. They're gonna announce it. I hope. That'd be fun.
I know. I really want to like a hero.
Orlando needs some kind of year-round attraction.
Oh, never mind. Chance was announced in June.
Yee.
So yeah. Okay, so the next thing is Transworld. A big Halloween and haunt convention is they announced that Halloween Horror Nights, Orlando, Japan, Singapore, and Hollywood, they're all gonna convene there. I think the convention's in April, I believe, or March. I forget. Correct
I
me.
think it's March.
Okay.
I think.
So they're
I'll look it up.
okay. So they're
What's the
gonna
name of it again? What's the name of it again?
Transworld Halloween and Haunt Convention, I think it's called.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, or not just Transworld. Just look at Transworld. But yeah, that happened. They're
Yeah,
all
John, that's
there.
March.
March. Okay.
March 23rd through the 26th.
Yep.
Sweet. So all the creative teams of 4 parks are going to be there. So that's actually a pretty big thing and very interesting. The rumor that's going on right now is that there could be a possible announcement and maybe a attraction that maybe all of them are going to share. That's the rumor, or some new experience that they might announce or something. Not sure. But I mean, last year, obviously Hollywood and Orlando shared The Exorcist, but I believe it was Japan. They had their own Exorcist house as well, and they've had, I think, not well shared, but they kind of did their own thing with it, like
Man,
Jason and Freddy. I think
I would really love to see an inside of one of their houses, like their IP one. I would love to see what they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty insane from what I've heard. Like it's they do a ridiculously good job with their mazes.
I would love to have seen their AVP and
the AVP one. The outside looked amazing.
Oh
Can't imagine
man,
what the inside looked like.
Neil's having troubles getting in.
I just sent him an invite on here.
Okay.
Neil has to take the English way in, keep down the door, and essentially come into the chat.
But yeah, like what do you guys think? What could be announced there if there is an announcement, which I'm pretty sure there will be.
There'll be an announcement of some kind. I'm fairly confident on that. I mean, on the flip side, on the LA side of it, we've got what is it, Monsterpalooza with John and Chris going to that, and they usually do something in regards to an announcement or even tease something. So I wouldn't be surprised if Transworld does something of some kind of an announcement, whether it's a maze or just another tease or something. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think it'll be a maze.
Stephen King comes out. You can't use my shit, and then leaves.
Yeah, I think if they're gonna announce something, it'd be something huge. Like
they go around it. They're like Stephen Queen.
Stephen Queen.
I don't know why I just thought of this, but Stephen Queef.
What?
The problem. It's a shame because Stephen King has some really good adaptable.
Yeah, he does.
His maze. Like my top one would be Salem's Lot. I'd love to see Salem's Lot come to life, and based on the Toby Hooper one with freaking Barlow's terrifying as hell. I would love to see
that MFer.
That
dude's creepy.
The one that looks.
I love
so
to
much
see.
like Nosferatu.
I love to see the Mist too.
Oh, the Mist would be really good. It would be. It's the obvious one. That would be a really good one. Misery, flipping Kathy Bates. I think in regards to Transworld, there'll definitely be something.
Now, here's a question for you, David. If you could get a Stephen King house, but the only way you could get it is if you did it kind of like a best of house. Think of like Silver Screams.
Yeah.
From Orlando. Would you take that?
If
that's the only way he said they could do it.
I would say yes, because honestly, I don't think there's, and I know this is going to kind of like cause like a ruckus, but I don't think Stephen King has a lot of mazes that can really, like be a maze on its own. I think they work really well if it was like kind of a best of maze. I mean, the only one I could see standing by itself is again Salem's Lot, because it basically takes a town full of vampires. But it is kind of reduced to like one major villain in a way. I would take that. I'd rather see it as a best of house than have like an individual house, because then you're not like, oh well, they did Shining this year, well maybe they won't even do any of the mazes the next few years. So I would happily take something that was kind of the best of Stephen King.
Take some of those old wolf puppets and put some Cujo skins on them.
I would take that. Yeah,
I think it would be cool. They could do a cool way of transitioning.
And then isn't it the It remake coming out this year?
Yeah, the It remake comes out.
Yeah, Stephen King house, just with a compilation of his major stories, would be pretty awesome. I mean, that would be sick. If not, they can just do like the individuals, like the Shining. Yes.
I'd take it. I'd be like, all right.
I can actually even see a.
Can we have a Steve Cusack in 1408 with an angry Samuel Jackson saying you can't stay here? Dude, that film is actually really underrated. I really
1408.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Cusack and
And
Sam Jack, Nick Fury.
He knows like anything that Stephen King touches, cinematic wise, is complete garbage, and anything he doesn't is actually really good. Like that
was a short story too, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Night Flyer actually is another good one. Have
yes.
you ever heard of Night Flyer?
Yes, that guy actually
used to scare me as a kid.
That guy who was in it actually passed away recently too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. The main protagonist, I forget his name. He's been in a lot of stuff. He's been in a bunch of Tales from the Crypt episodes as well. So,
but yeah, I would go for that.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess the last thing really is the official dates.
Yeah, dates
that Orlando announced, and as well as select single night tickets and vacation packages. They're all on the HHN Orlando website now. So the official dates, of course, is September 15th all the way through November 4th on select nights. Ooh. So that's an equal of 34 event nights. So another break record for Halloween Horror Nights. So 34 nights. Crazy.
Gonna be intense.
Gotta be bringing in some big IPs for that.
Bless you, scare actors who are working that entire.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. And again, Orlando's really hyping up the lineup this year, like on Twitter especially. Oh, I've only seen it on Twitter. So I'm just really interested, man. Like, I really want to see what they're bringing this year. Like, what could be so big that deserves so much hype, you know?
Oh, if it's Alien, like individual
Alien, dude. Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm honestly.
I can see Alien The Shining, dude. It's like,
I love Alien.
Conjuring.
They just did an Alien with the Nostromo. Oh my goodness! Use some of those parts from. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm forgetting the name. I actually went in this house. Interstellar Terror.
Yeah,
there we go.
I was about to, yeah.
Couldn't even remember. It's having a brain fart.
Dude, if you look online, there's a really good like behind the scenes of Michael Roddy kind of taking you around it. It's really good.
That was a really cool house too. I love what they did with everything, and they had an old prop, or it was an old thing from the ET ride was in there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the mini spaceship model.
Yep.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
And that was one of the first houses I was in. I believe. I'm not sure. I think Dead Silence did it before. It was the one where it made it look like you're high up.
Yes.
That effect.
Because they did the theater, didn't they? They did the theater where she would like kind of attack you from the.
I remember when I first saw that Interstellar Terror, I was like, "Holy crap!" This is amazing.
They had a dead like astronaut down there as well. It gave kind of space. Kind of space.
Yep, they did. Because the ship was supposed to be like turning over on its upside down.
Yeah.
So like when you walk through, it's really cool. Like everything when I walked through, everything was just like up on the side. It was up on top of you, and you're like, "Wait, what the hell? I was just in this room."
Yeah, it's
sweet.
Yeah, I'd love to see a maze like that done. Is Neil having trouble getting into the?
Yeah, I'm inviting him to the link and on here on the make an official invite to the chat on here, but nothing.
Okay.
It's really no.
Yeah, with yeah, I'd love to see another maze done like Interstellar Terror, especially in Hollywood. And I can see kind of us doing something like that because I mean the effects that they used for Insidious, for example, were fantastic. That transition between full way to the further was seamless, and it just worked really well. And I'm hoping to see more of that in this year's event. Both events have kind of got, like you said, Vic. This year has got me very excited to find out what each maze is for this event, and I get a feeling this is going to be a year where I'm like going to be sweating on which event to go to because they're just so good. And I think with Hollywood, we learned especially seeing how people reacted to last year's event and seeing how successful it was. I think John and Chris and that are probably trying to one up that, and I feel that Orlando is going to be trying to do the same with doing that. So I think it's going to be a great year either way for both events.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I can't wait. It's always fun. Halloween Hornets is an event that I look forward to every year with incredible amount of anticipation and excitement. So I just can't wait. It's like Christmas for me, honestly.
It is for me as well. Like literally, I have a countdown on my phone to when I fly out. So it's like is my holiday. Is Horror Nights is I won't say it's my life because it really isn't, but it's definitely a passion of mine, and it just makes the year so much more fun. Especially talking to everyone else about Horror Nights, like just geeking out with everyone, you guys and the rest of the fans and the community. It's just great, and this event just keeps getting better and better.
Oh, Jeremy's not here with that.
Is Jeremy gone? I was wondering why he was quiet. Where is it?
I have no idea.
Someone assassinated him. They just taken him
off.
They just went, hiya! And they knocked him out.
They just knocked him out. But yeah, is there anything else we need to cover?
I don't think so. I mean, I can't think of anything else.
Well, do you want to go into questions? Like, see if anyone has any questions.
Yeah, yes. All right, guys. So yeah, for those that are watching right now, thank you again. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and post them, and we'll
we'll answer.
That's why we're here. We're
anything you want to ask. Well, about Horror Nights.
Or experiences.
This year, past, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yep. This year, past, what do we like? What's our favorite stuff? Hogs, you know.
Jeremy got into the fog. Yeah,
he ran away.
He's playing Dead by Daylight. He got hooked by a killer, and now he gets sacrificed to the entity. That's a joke for everyone who's played that game.
He's getting chased by
that game is fun, by the way. If you're waiting for Friday the 13th, play Dead by Daylight first. It is really fun.
Michael Myers.
It would be lovely if they had it on console, though.
They are.
Oh, I know.
Are they?
What the heck? Wait, they are?
Like Dead by Daylight?
When?
They've announced it for console this year somewhere.
Huh.
I'm getting a video call from Neil. Should
I can't get in. What the hell?
Do you think we'll get April announcements this year? I think it's a good chance we will.
Yeah.
Because we got some early last year from both parks. So I'd say yes, Emperor. I'd say it's a very good chance that we'll definitely get some announcements, at least some kind of announcements this year. I'm hoping we find out, at least on the Orlando side, what the icon is, or if anything.
I know.
Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
We thought you got killed.
Barrel Bob said you disappeared into the fog.
Barrel said
the pirates came from the fog.
Barrel said, "What do you guys think about the new Friday the 13th movie being scrapped?" Well, I'm dead.
That sucked.
Yeah.
Bullshit. That's what I have to say.
I mean, granted, I'm happy with it.
Paramount. Fuck you. Pardon my language, but seriously,
Friday
Paramount, you fucking.
Friday the 13th is not Oscar-worthy, but is fun entertainment. Like,
I was looking so forward to seeing. Did you guys heard about what the story's gonna be about and how we get to see Elias Voorhees and?
It was 3 killers in that film, wasn't
it?
It was
his mom, Elias, and it was all split up into segments, which was really cool.
And then Jason was like the final boss, as it were.
And you know why we're not getting it? Because Rings underperformed. So Paramount's like, no, and they completely shut it down.
Rings hasn't been out Rings was not in the public mindset.
Yep.
At all.
So they go and cancel Friday the 13th.
That's how Tron 3 got canceled, because freaking Tomorrowland underperformed. It's freaking ridiculous. But I mean, Friday the 13th is fun entertainment. It will make money. That's the thing. It may not get the best reviews, but it will make money because people will take their girlfriends or boyfriends and go see this film. Or if you're like us, who are just lonely, and but anyone will go see. I mean, if I've had a rough day at work,
it's all right. I would have had Jason.
I would definitely put that one. Yeah, I would have.
I want to see Jason kill sexually active teenagers.
We're doing drugs.
Are we going back to
no premarital sex? No.
However, we're getting Halloween, so that's exciting.
Yes.
Me and John are really excited.
Yeah, that's true. And Jason, if nothing happens, he's going back to New Line Warner Brothers. So
Freddy vs. Jason too. Yeah.
He'll be with Freddy again. And then we don't know when the hell this goddamn Leatherface movie's coming out. They said they're done.
What's up with that?
They said they're done with it.
What about the?
I don't even think Leatherface is going to come back to Horror Nights anytime soon.
I don't think he will. To be fair, no.
No.
I think Michael might, because he's got a new film coming out, but I don't think
Jason.
No one cares about Jason.
Well, he is getting a game, so that makes me happy.
Yeah,
that is true.
I can't wait for that game. Flipping heck.
When is it coming out?
I was watching a panel for them. They were at one of the PAX shows, I believe, and they said they can't. They go, we know people are asking us, but they can't put a solid release date on it because they're not a big company.
It's because Sony and Microsoft have specific requirements for each of their consoles.
They've been sending it in.
If it was on PC, it'd be out already. But because the PS4 needs certain voice requirements for it, and so does Xbox. Like, they literally said, I watched the same panel, Vic. They said they said that even as something as stupid, and I know it sounds stupid, but it's required.
The steering wheel.
Yeah, they have to be able to play Friday the 13th on a guitar, like from like
what?
I know that sounds stupid, but that's literally what they've got to go through. So they got to make it functional.
You can pull a Jason Takes Manhattan, just hit somebody in the head with that guitar.
Yes.
Bam.
Oh, speaking of which, did you notice like in every kill in that movie is kind of ironic to that person? Like the guy that climbs up the ladders is a high diver and he gets pulled off. The girl who's a rocker gets
and the boxer gets his head punched off, rolls into the freaking dumpster.
And the douchebag uncle that tried to basically drown his niece basically gets drowned by Jason. Everyone dies in an ironic like twist of them.
Sticks him in toxic waste that's just chilling in the alleys of New York.
It's just yeah, sure, cool.
Or in Canada where they filmed it actually, and they tried to make it look like New York, except when they're filming in actual Times Square.
Can one of you guys invite Neil? See if it works.
Yeah. Let's have a look. It just.
How do you invite people?
Yeah.
Do you guys see a?
I'm on my laptop, so I don't know if it's.
Yeah.
And like a person icon, like a white person icon with a plus.
Why's it got to be white?
It is.
It's like that scene from Dodgeball. I'm white. I'm just white.
No, do you guys see that or no?
I don't.
And I just send him. Okay, copy the link to this, and send it to him. Maybe it will work with one of you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys know how to get
to
to
the link? He's trying to call me again because my phone is vibrating.
Kinky.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Is it me?
Voice call from UK HHN. Like,
John, we're probably all gonna be separated when that Friday 13th game comes out.
Oh, dude.
I hope they put crossplay, man.
I know.
I mean, I do. I have PS4 too. I mean, I could always get it for that too. I'll play with you guys.
Ah, but if we all could play, that would be.
I know.
Anyways, yeah, let's kind of revert back to HHN.
We all left the pack to leave Angel.
Screw me. No. But yeah, I mean that's really it for Halloween Hornets right now. I mean, do you guys have anything else that you want to touch on, or something that came to mind? Any other thing that we might have left out? Any other questions or comments, please?
Just Barrel's like, just David, just hold the phone up to the mic. Yeah, I should.
Okay.
No, but yeah, if you have any questions, just ask them in the chat.
Yeah.
We'll stay on here a little bit more.
And we will answer them to the best of our knowledge.
Yes.
I think somebody asked, I don't know, I saw it. Oh, maybe you answered it already. Do you think we'll get an April announcement this year?
Yeah.
But,
I think so.
Yeah, I'd say it's positive.
Yeah.
We need more video game like mazes. Like seriously.
I would love a Resident Evil 1 this year.
Resident Evil 7 as a maze would be fantastic.
Yes. Yes. Just do that attic scene. If nobody's played it, I won't say anymore.
I know which one you're talking about. I beat it on Madhouse mode.
Dude,
not like try it. It's ridiculous.
David, I streamed it because Aaron wanted to see it. And I put my mic on and he was listening. He was laughing because I was freaking like, dude, it was terrifying. That one scene, man. That one spot in the game. Holy crap.
Dude, I don't know what the heck is up with Neil's thing.
The thing with video games, and this is the kind of like everyone's like, oh, we need more music mazes, and the argument with like game mazes was that game mazes no one really understands. Like, so I think was it John Murdy that said like no one really gets, like with Silent Hill, for example, no one got it. Well, I'm like, I walked through Alice Cooper thinking, what the fuck am I walking through? I don't know what I'm going through. Half the people don't even know what the music
Dude,
is.
it's true.
Except for the older people.
I was the same way with the one in Orlando. I'm like, why the fuck are we walking through his mouth? And then I'm walking around, I'm like, what the hell is this shit?
Don't get me wrong.
I don't know.
I think for music fans, like
I don't remember.
They'll love it. They got it, and so did some of my friends.
Oh yeah.
But for me, I walked through.
It was like the Resident Evil maze. Like some people are probably like, what the hell? But I'm walking there going, oh my god, the green herbs. Oh, there's Jill from RE3, and there's the Tyra. There's the pause room. There's Leon talking to Claire on the RPD police car, and there's the Cerberus dogs. There's the hunter. There's the liquor that somebody ripped the tongue out because they're an asshole. But dude, I get it though. I get it.
Emperor put. So for those who played Resident Evil 7, who was scarier, Jack, Marguerite, or Lucas? For me, it was Marguerite because.
But Marguerite.
Yeah, Marguerite.
In the boss battle was ridiculous.
I thought Jack was cool.
Dude.
I like Jack as a character.
But scary. He wasn't as scary as his wife because when she basically attacked you from like holes in the wall and basically burst out that was freaky as hell.
She was calling me freaking names and shit. I'm like, this bitch.
Yeah, she probably gave me the biggest scare in that game so far. I still haven't beat it.
Oh, you haven't beat it yet?
Oh fuck.
Nah, dude, I haven't been on Xbox in a long time.
Yeah, we know that, Jeremy. We've been looking for you.
I doubt that.
He disappeared.
No, we have. We're like, where the hell is? We even asked, like, where's Jeremy?
I think with video game mazes, I mean, especially with a lot of horror mazes kind of running up their dry well, like we're kind of getting to the end of like the IP mazes that we can use that haven't been used before. I think with video game mazes, they kind of give that outlet. I mean, can you imagine an Outlast maze? That'd be fun. But,
Until Dawn.
Until Dawn would be amazing. Yeah, I think with video game mazes, there's still potential to utilize them at the event.
I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
I think the event.
I know Mike said he wanted to try Resident Evil again.
Was that? Oh yeah. Redo RE is really good.
Dude, I was walking through. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm having a brain fart of what year this was.
What year?
Was it 24? No, 25. 25. Body collectors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was walking through that, and I'm thinking they could easily have made this into the Spencer Mansion, dude.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
They had the big windows. They had the big windows, which I noticed they keep using those almost every year. I remember them from the Wolfman stuff too. But I was walking through. I'm like, they could.
Oh, and the caretaker scene.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But, before I forget, I saw a rumor that the parade building is being torn down this year.
Really?
I don't know how true that is, but that's just something that I saw the other day.
Are they building another one?
I don't know, but I heard that it has to do with
Oh, Neil's in.
Hello.
Yo, Neil.
How's it going?
I heard it had to do with land or whatever.
Let's turn that down.
Fuck this message.
Can you guys hear me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Oh man.
So welcome back.
Let's get this on. I know it's only been about 16 months. It's like the Ultimate Warrior returning after he's took all his steroids.
What?
And everyone's like, it's not the real Ultimate Warrior. That's for anyone who's like under the age of 25 won't understand that. There was a conspiracy theory in wrestling.
The Warrior!
That the Warrior came back and it wasn't the real Ultimate Warrior. So he actually died. Yeah. I thought I'd come back with that one.
Fake Undertaker.
Oh, fucking hell.
Kevin Nash.
Okay, Neil. Got some questions for you.
Wow.
So for Orlando, there's been some codenames going around on Twitter. So So the first one is Checkmate. That's
Right.
What do you think that could be?
Ooh, so the thing was that I might have got this wrong. Is there a scene in The Shining where they're playing chess? And that's just I can't remember. The only one I remember was it Writer's Block or
that was for Hollywood.
Writer's Block is Hollywood's, yeah, but I mean it could connect to Orlando Maze for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, I thought Writer's Block be what's it called? Or Sinister.
Sinister,
yeah.
Well, that's the only thing. I mean, I'll be honest. I looked at some of the things, and it was the same as the other year. Kind of, I was all over the place because I haven't had a chance to do what I did the other year. Checkmate, though, for some reason, I've got a feeling Checkmate will be our kind of old iconic house. For some strange reason, I think there's going to be a scene in a film where someone's playing chess, even if it's just for a small moment, and that's going to be the clue. I might completely be wrong with that, but it's probably The Walking Dead.
No!
Checkmate, we win again. So yeah, but yeah, it's a strange one really because a lot. I mean, what's the other question? I think is it one of your questions about how many houses? I've heard the rumor for 8 houses this year. I don't know if it's true.
Well, actually, what Jeremy just mentioned that the parade building could be getting taken out this year. So if that is the case, I mean, I don't know if they'll make another Sprunk Tenor or maybe slot in another.
What if they
I don't know.
Yeah, because what if they started the? I know that's a rumor of
the
whole Nintendo stuff starting in that Kid Zone.
Because I mean, the other thing is once Nintendo Land starts, you would imagine that exits and entrances round where Kid Zone is going to be a bit of a. I mean, we've said it every year on a podcast now that something would have to give because the queues have to go somewhere. Each year they've been getting worse and worse, especially at the front of the park. So yeah. I mean, and the other thing is, this is my theory behind how many extra nights we've got, and the fact that it looks like they're trying to get Saturdays off the kind of long-term passes like the Russia Fair, Frequent Fair, etc., which was kind of you could clearly see in the surveys. And it looks, I think that's the way it's going to go. I think they're trying to make Saturdays a premier night. So if you pay over the odds, you kind of have the park just for use. And I think that's why they've done extra nights if there's going to be an house less, because the queues were insane last year, ridiculous. So I think that's probably one of the things. Checkmate just realised, is there anything in American Horror Story? Any point playing chess? Any of the seasons?
I think there was a connection. Was it you, Jeremy, that mentioned, or David, about American Horror Story?
That was for Writer's Block, but that was HHN Maniacs that mentioned it.
Gotcha.
He came up with the idea, and I think that
There we go.
with American Horror Story, we'll both probably get that. That'll be like a joint.
Yeah.
Absolutely
agree.
But saying that, though, it could be 2 joint mazes or more than that we could be getting this year. I mean, it's happened in the past, so wouldn't be surprised if that's basically a default maze that both mazes get for this year. And the big one is for both parks.
Yeah.
Like Insidious.
Yeah.
Wait, what were you going to say something?
No, sorry. I was going to say too, what was your question? Sorry.
Okay. The next thing that we want to get your input on is the second code name, Brains. What do you think that could be?
Oh, well.
That's the obvious thing. Like, oh no, Walking Dead again. Oh.
It's what's strange for Brains is as soon as someone says Brains, what comes to mind is Return of the Living Dead.
Man.
Yeah, I don't think. I've never known they would like say the same Brains or is that film Return of the Living Dead. It's just constant in the film. So would they do that, or could it be something like who the hell is ringing me? Sorry, someone's ringing me. Someone's ringing me while the thing's on. How rude. could it be something like a kind of the Reanimator, something like what you're saying about brains, where they're working on the kind of reanimate the brain?
The Reanimator as a house would be not only gory and like messed up, but it would be actually pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is as well, without it being you could easily rip it off without it being an IP, you know, because the story is obviously it's just Frankenstein, the story, but up to date with a bit of kind of, it's a bit like an Evil Dead version of Frankenstein, if that makes sense. Like the humor in it is kind of dark and some of it slapsticky at times, but yeah, it's that'd be a good house. But yeah, I think Brains, obviously, I mean, it can't be Return of the Living Dead, can it? Really?
It's really obvious.
That would be too good to be true.
Yeah,
I would love for that.
I'd love for that house to come, but not when we've just had The Walking Dead shoved down our throats to a point. I'd love a bit of a break.
No more zombies.
I mean, the thing is with it as well is these guys could run, but whether in an house you're going to experience them kind of be able to come at you. I wouldn't mind so many great scenes you could do from. I'm going to say Vic's probably going to say something, but it's one of them series for me that is just the first two, and then anything after that I've kind of like, all right, I've watched it, but it's the first two for me. A bit like The Matrix does part one. I don't really do part 2 and 3 anymore. But yeah, I kind of think when it was the same characters out the first film, but playing different characters.
Yeah,
the sequel.
with
the little kid.
Yeah.
It's
I can like say I love the first two, and then after that it kind of went a bit like okay. But Brains, is it going to be Walking Dead? Is it that easy? Yeah.
We're not even gonna try. It's The Walking Dead again, guys.
It's got. I mean, I thought if he was going to throw a clue out, it would have been something to do with Negan or the guy who plays Negan. So, but they obviously thought we can't be asked. There you go.
I mean, there isn't much that they can do with the new season.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
there really isn't much.
Winslow. They could do Winslow.
Do different colored leaves on the trees.
And just have Negan and everything's like.
Can you imagine like the armored zombie though from season 7? Winslow.
Do you know how bad it's gone? I've not watched any of season 6. Are we on 6 or 7? What are we on? I don't even know what we're on.
Season 7. If you get a chance, Neil, even if you're not bothered, look on YouTube and type in Winslow Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Like, great scene between Rick and this armored zombie that's like something out of Resident Evil. It's great.
Actually, there you go. I've never fought Resident Evil.
I know. 7 is amazing, by the way.
You know.
Hit it. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I've actually bought it, but not had the chance to play it.
Neil, play that damn game. It's amazing.
Play on Madhouse, man.
I take it that is that. Yeah. You might want to film that because I'll probably get locked up after that. Yeah. Well, what I was going to say, it's just there. As it's going on, but things going all over the gaff. It's a strange one this year. No, I mean, I don't know if anyone agrees. Last year, Halloween Horror Nights left me a bit underwhelmed, and I kind of obviously thought if we have American Horror Story and Walking Dead as 2 houses that have to come back, we're left with 6. If we have 3 originals, it means we're left with 3 more IPs.
Yeah.
So we're down to like kind of naming 3 in a sense. I'd love to be in a kind of iconic house like we've had, like Texas Chainsaw, Halloween, and obviously 1 and 2. But the big room, obviously, could you have is Ash versus Evil Dead.
Ooh. Thiago just said in response. Sorry, Neil. In response to what you asked earlier, if American Horror Story had chess playing. Thiago in the comments just put in Asylum the patients play chess. But I mean, could that just be really obscure though? That's the thing.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, you look back at the clues I've had in the past, and usually they'll be like something really kind of minute. and everyone got, oh, yeah, it's that scene. But American Horror Story is going to be a strange one. I don't know if everyone agrees, because what season are they going to do? Are they going to do, obviously, Roanoke, the Asylum, and the Coven? I mean,
yeah.
So you've got an Asylum, which is your generic horror maze throughout, obviously, the US. Massive country for mazes. A lot of places do have an Asylum, etc. To some degree, but it's the same. The Coven, there wasn't really that much in it. It was kind of a season of a lot of dialogue. Obviously, unless they have the woman getting raped off the Minotaur, I mean, I'm up for that scene. I'm hoping that's like a kind of interactive experience.
Lady Gaga orgy.
There's a button you can press.
And as long as only when I was going to start dancing to something like Drake again. But Roanoke, I mean, we've had a maze. I just kind of find that it's three kind of generic genres that we've touched upon in recent years with Halloween Horror Nights to an extent, and I'd probably say that, you know, an Asylum maze, we've had quite a few like Shady Brook, etc., and things that they've been able to do whatever they want with because it's their own idea. Whereas are they going to be a bit kind of hands tied behind the back
for
this maze?
Dang it.
Yeah. So I mean, what do you guys think for Checkmate? What was your ideas?
I think Shining was one of the things that was pointed out.
Yeah.
When they're playing chess. I can't really recall anything else, really, to be fair. That was
and
wait.
And the
Psycho, David.
Psycho.
I was going to say Psycho.
Yeah. That was for the the writer's block code that we got for Hollywood was writer's block, and the idea I had was that it's John playing on the words writer's block with writer. The original author of Psycho is named Robert Bloch. His last name is Bloch. So, I mean, again, it could be completely different. I think HHN Maniac said it could be American Horror Story with Lana Winters in the Asylum. But, I mean, I kind of want to go with the idea that it could be Psycho, considering how much history Psycho has with Hollywood's backlot.
Is that for Checkmate? Writer's Block?
Yeah, for Writer's Block for Hollywood.
Yeah. When I seen that one, and for some reason it came straight to mind, was obviously Sinister 1, when he moves into the house because he wants to write that book. And looking at, I mean, the other thing as well is we always get kind of a new film coming out. We get a normal film coming out that year. Film coming out that year, and we kind of, what's it called? Think, it could be that. But same with Insidious, you know, it could be you could have a Sinister House of like 1 and 2. It's an IP they haven't touched upon. So
when I talked to Nick at HorrorCon Birmingham, he said, because I asked him, I said, are they planning to do a third film? Because I really enjoyed the first two. And he said they're kind of aiming towards and this is Sinister, by the way. They said, Nick said that they're kind of aiming towards a TV show for Sinister, which I think could be quite interesting. And personally, I mean, you could easily do a lot of maze scenes from a season instead of just a film. You're not limited to kind of one specific thing. So if they do like a TV series for like Sinister, which would be really cool, I think that would work really well as a maze because they can continuously use that IP. And especially considering how kind of friendly, I mean, at least John is with Jason Blum at Blumhouse Productions, considering the success of Insidious as well. So, I mean, I'd say it's a good chance. I mean, that Sinister could, in any form, at least at some point be a maze.
Yeah. I mean, the thing for me is usually what I think it'd be okay in a lot of attractions. It has a look, as a mask, kind of. Well, they will be wearing masks, so it has a visual kind of aspect for a scare, which tends to go down well. It's a lot easier to kind of, rather than doing makeup, etc., just put a mask on, like when they do Freddy House or Texas Chainsaw. So I thought that it was kind of it would be like that. We seem to have a theme as well of mashing houses up together, like when we did Insidious. We did 1, 2, and 1, 2 and the prequel, didn't we, at Orlando? So we kind of tend to do that. Scream, we haven't had a room for Scream yet, have we? So we're not too sure. What was the other code names as well? Sorry if I was just trying to get them off here.
Big Chill for Hollywood was one of them.
Big Chill.
Big Chill.
The Big Chill.
Misery. Big Chill thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of going towards.
I mean, I'd love them to have a theme this year of kind of station house, whether it's going to be Usher House with things like, or Stephen King House, and obviously you could have the Codename with that. You could have Misery, you could have The Shining, etc. Obviously, the funny thing is the books are different to the movies, so obviously it depends on what, if he ever did agree, what does he want in his movies or his books. So yeah, it'd be a bit of a strange one. It's like I say, it's kind of a weird one this year. I think when you look at I'm expecting Chucky to appear for some, whether it's a scare zone throwing his knife at people, like in Hollywood, or whether it's I'm hoping it's not an house. I'm hoping if anything it's some sort of kind of street attraction. But
I don't think we'll get a house. I know everyone's kind of going over the fact that we're getting a new Chucky maze this year with the Curse of Chucky, but the Cult of Chucky, sorry. But I think we didn't get much of a response when the Curse of Chucky came out, so I don't think we'll probably get anything really Chucky related. If anything, Orlando will have him in a scare zone.
Yeah, you could give him a chance type scare zone where he has a stage, and you have other things around him, and then he's like center stage. So that to kind of be a bit of a cue buster to get people around. So a bit of like the Insult Emporium, something kind of like that. And then Folk Wops, etc., which they did with Chance last year. That could be something. But yeah, I'm just pumped for The Walking Dead again.
Fuck yeah.
Nonsense.
Is Jenny going to be working in The Walking Dead again?
Thiago puts, do you think they could make a Saw scare zone with stages being different traps? Actually, that'd be a kind of cool thing to see.
Is he a Saw film again this year?
Yes.
There's a redoing it. So. Yeah. I think they're redoing one. That's
Saw would be cool. I would really like to see Saw, actually.
I mean, when was that last house? Was that in 2000? Was that 2008? 2009?
Pretty cool.
I think it's I can't remember when it was now, but yeah, I mean, it's been a long time anyway, so they could always reuse the stuff we had. So that would be, that'd be quite cool. Do we? Here's a question for you guys. Do you think we're getting an icon this year?
Yes.
Usher.
Either Usher
we'll get the Usher?
or Eddie.
See, I think they've missed the boat with Eddie. I think they had a bit of if he was going to come, I think it should have been 26. I think it should have been last year. I think they missed the boat. They put him in. He was 25. Everyone thought he was having his scare zone with Run. Obviously, he was at the end. Was he at the end? No, he was at the end of 25 years, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And everyone was saying, "Oh, it's going to be Eddie. It's going to be Eddie." And he was going to do all this thing where he has Jack on the last show of the night of 25. He's going to appear on stage with a head of Jack. I think they missed a trick. I think they brought him in now. He'd be a bit of a throwaway because I don't know what you'd do with him. You can have a chainsaw scare zone now.
He doesn't talk though, so I don't know what he would.
That's the thing.
No, he does. He does. There's a video from I don't know when, but he actually does talk in it.
Does he talk like Bane in Batman? Oh, beautiful.
He sounded kind of.
Yeah, I mean, Chance. I don't know what you guys think. Chance didn't work for me last year.
Serious.
Like last year was supposed to be Usher for sure. I think we can all agree.
Yeah, dude, it just seems like Usher.
And I think like towards the end, or like they finally came up with Chance as the icon. And I think they just really didn't do well.
The reason I think Eddie could come is because of course, Jack in 25, he came back, and then Chance. Chance probably was because of the whole, they wanted to tailor to the whole Suicide Squad Harley Quinn thing going on.
Yeah, completely.
But what if, and I could be wrong, but what if they're doing the whole, the clown trilogy, the HHN clown trilogy. They had Jack, they had Chance, finish off with Eddie. Like, what if they're doing that? What do you think?
That's possible.
It is. I just don't see it. It's weird. I think you really nail on the head. Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn. Because I mean, last year we was all talking with people saying, "Oh, where's the Suicide Squad house?" Apparently, people were asking because they thought it was Harley Quinn on the billboard. He'd have to be absolutely fully retarded for that. But I just think that's obviously what they tried doing. She obviously changed. You looked at how Chance was. She was more Harley Quinn than she was Chance, I thought, last year. But yeah, it's kind of a strange one. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I'd like to see what they do, but it seems like what they did is they had the icon right at the front of the park, because if say, well, if you're not really into this sort of stuff, go beyond the first 100 feet, and the park's yours. And there was nothing else at all about that linked into it. It was like literally they didn't put scare zone and it was like they put the Chance house right at the back as well, so it was out the way. It was like literally it was so, because there was nothing around that area as well, which was strange. Obviously, it was a bit of a. I mean, I didn't think the house was that good, but yeah, it was. I just thought it was generic. It just seemed kind of half-assed. Just put her in there and. Felt a bit sorry, really. I thought the hype, it didn't live up to the expectations. I'd love the Usher me. I think the Usher is easy. I think it's the easiest one by far to do, and it can fully just fit in and immerse the whole event. I'd say, but who knows? Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Considering the amount of money it's going to cost this year.
So I mean,
yeah,
I don't know what they're going to do.
Sorry, go on. Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do with as far as the icons are concerned. Either, I mean, there's been talks of like, well, okay, what if now they're bringing back the original icons and they're kind of rehashing them, or what if they're finally taking minor characters, sidekicks like Chance was, and then turning them into main icons now, or. Are we going to see this eventually? This new trend of new ones, which I don't know if we're gonna. I don't know if we're gonna see that. I think that maybe right now, according to, it's not really a trend. It's not a trend yet. We'll have to see this year and probably next year. But bringing those minor icons back. Those characters and making them into main icons.
I mean, you'd think as
like
well.
Cindy, they still have to do Cindy.
I don't think they'll ever do Cindy.
I don't think they'll do Cindy.
No.
Given the circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Neil.
No, I was just going to say. I mean, this could be one of the last years where, if they was going to try and implement a storyline for HHN 30, whether Fear comes back, etc., or whatever, or something more powerful, that this could be the last year to try something, because you would then think that they would be trying to implement a story in 28 or the latest to obviously 29, so that the year after for the big 3-0 is going to be kind of like this big thing with a bit of a story behind it, which is built up over a couple of years. But for me, I mean, how many icons you got? The main icons, Jack, and then you've got Usher, you've got the Caretaker, you've got Storyteller, you've got the Director. You've already got like 5 icons now. If we don't have an icon every year, 5's quite a lot to spin round and give their own their own iconic event. So you don't, even if they just kept rehashing them, they still won't be only having 2 events every 10 years, which is quite good. It's a good gap between them. But I think the one for me, I'd love to see that. I think I'd love to either see the Director or the Usher come in, because I think you can do more with them. But yeah, it's a strange. I mean, the other thing is, you think as well. I mean, how many people probably bought merchandise because they had Chance on, because they're actually into the event, and probably more than if it just would have been a generic Halloween Horror Nights top, I would say, because you get people buy it anyway because they'll buy an Halloween Horror Nights top. You get people that buy more stuff because they're into the event and they'll buy everything going. You know,
and they're sexually attracted to Chance.
Well, there is that as well. Yeah. The other thing is,
yeah, she definitely had sex appeal. Absolutely.
How about Chucky as the icon then? I'm not saying I want that. I'm saying you can have the DVD coming out. You can have him all over your billboards, and you don't really have to have him kind of do too much in an event. You just put him as the face of Halloween Horror Nights, a face that everyone knows, no matter if they've seen the film or not.
But Neil, like what? I mean, if they do that, I mean, I think it would kind of give the impression that they would do something big with him at least at the event. You know.
There is every year.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Actually, the problem is though. I think the thing is, you could think that, but then if you give him like kind of an entrance or scare zone type thing, and he's like I say, he's on stage and it's a puppet type, and his mouth's moving, and you know he's insulting people as they go by, like you have with a fountain where someone can see it with a camera. But I think the other thing is with it, it's free advertising for the DVD, their own product, and Chucky has been at the event. Like they had, did they have the T-shirts with it last year? Or was it the year before? They had the little kind of vinyl figures as well, the good guy vinyl figures. They had the caps, etc. They had him on a T-shirt. Even though really at Orlando, I think the only time I remember him being there is when he had the house, right at the back that time. So they kind of push him out there every now and again as if they kind of say, you know, Chucky's still about. But I hope they don't use the cheap option, but then money wise you can see as it's free advertising for the DVD. So
right.
Yeah,
I mean,
which wish.
I don't know. I think if Chucky comes back and say he gets a house, I think they'll I mean what they could do, kind of like what they did with 2009, is kind of go off from the second film where he's in the he goes to the toy factory, and then build from there and go into like the original idea. Maybe this time if he does come back and he has a house, maybe they just do like scenes from I don't know the films, like Child's Play 1 and then 2 and then 3. I guess they can tackle Brian and Seed, and then they can do a few scenes from what's it called, Curse of Chuck, and then maybe have something with Cult. I don't know. I really don't know.
I think the hard thing is with it though is because of the size of Chucky is in the film, that you either have to get like young, like smaller women or girls, or I don't know what the PC term is, but midgets. So small people had hornswoggles. So what's it called to kind of play? But the problem is, I don't know if everyone agrees here. Obviously, not it's due to like just me. I don't really feel kind of intimidated when you get someone that's smaller than you in a scare attraction, or and this is going to sound a bit sexy, but it also obviously sometimes some of the females as well, like we had in Dusk Till Dawn. If you have a big guy 6 foot odd standing over you, it's built like a wall, beast. That's kind of intimidating and threatening, especially in kind of a compact attraction like that. But yeah. I just kind of think with the Chucky, I remember in a maze last time I walked through it, and it was kind of like it was a bit off over the top for me as a maze. It wasn't scary at all. It felt a bit silly, that you was shrunken down somehow, and to be in this world where all the toys were the same size as you, and it was like we were being in a Honey I Shrunk the Kids on acid. So yeah, I just hope they don't do that again. Because I think it's a waste. I think if you look at some of the ideas we've all just said, and I think anything, you can put something in there that'd be miles scarier or even kind of more visual. Maybe that's just me. I'm just being spoiled now. We've been there that many years.
Wait, what are we talking about now?
We're talking about acid. Yeah.
Oh.
No, Bearable just put. We better have a handrail in the Mummy house.
I actually like that house. I thought it was fun.
Neil's
well, that's. Yeah, no, it's like
that little bitch dressed up as a teddy bear got me though. There's this dude in the corner.
Yeah. They did that as well, didn't they? In the what house was that? The Dolls one, wasn't it? Dolls of the was it called? What's the house called again? Dolls of the Damned or something.
Oh shit! Dollhouse of the Damned.
Yeah.
Was it?
That one, yeah.
Yeah, because everyone just called it Dollhouse, so didn't you? Like, everyone's didn't they? Well, Dollhouse. So.
Yeah, Dollhouse of the Dam. Yep.
Do you guys? Here's one for you. What was I can't remember what the thing was. I've sure seen a kind of clue or something. Havoc to come back.
Oh God.
I cannot remember what the thing was and why I thought of it, or whether it was a scare zone or something. There was something I've seen and I thought it's a Havoc.
I'd be fine with a scare zone. I did not like Derailed.
Oh, it was terrible. It just didn't work. Unfortunately. Yeah, I'd like to see a sequel to what was that called? Down the house where they basically they killed you. You got and used the water in your body to survive. It was a scare zone. They made it into an house. Saws and Steams.
Saws and Steams. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see a sequel to that, as to as if kind of it just didn't end. It was something else, like it did. It'd been a bit like Empire Strikes Back, where you think they've won, but then they've come back even stronger. Yeah, I think that'd be quite good. So, what do you guys think is coming this year? Then,
Mummy, I think it's a very good bet. Chucky,
Mummy, American Horror Story.
American Horror Story.
Yeah.
Shining.
Oh, please, Shining, please.
Trick or Treat.
Shining.
I hope so.
All right, David's
Walking
gonna
Dead.
head off. Oh, you're right, it went off. Okay.
So, yeah, Trick or Treat seems to be one we
Trick or Treating.
in out every year, but it just doesn't seem to materialise. I mean, obviously after Krampus, we got a big chance now, but
it needs to come, please. Put it in a soundstage.
Probably, yeah, they'll probably put it in a tent and put The Walking Dead in a soundstage. Yeah, I just think, fuck me, I'm telling it's a goal. Sorry, we've got the football scores on. But yeah, it's a strange one this year. I think The Walking Dead for me now is kind of you down. I think you're minus an house. I mean, I did enjoy the house last year. That's the strange thing. I enjoyed, but it wasn't because it could have been any house. It was intense. Where I thought a lot of the other houses were more visual. They weren't really like scary as such. But it's a weird one because American Horror Story I thought I enjoyed the house, and then as it went on, and I went on a tour, I got a bit bored of it. Visually it was a great house, but it just kind of too many scenes where that's what it was. It was a scene. There was no scare. It was just replaying a scene from the show. Which is a shame. So yeah, I mean, I'm hoping we get an iconic film. The Shining is fantastic. I think sounds like someone's just getting a cock out in the toilet.
I was gonna say, who's zipping up their pants?
Someone's having a wank on my voice.
Wait, what?
Sound like a zipper.
Someone's just zipping a body bag up.
Oh, The Walking Dead.
Oh, I'm coming. So yeah.
Oh my God. All right.
Yeah.
It's got rated R right there.
Yeah, rated R superstar.
Dang, I was gonna say something.
You just put your cock away.
What?
I said he's gonna say something, but he's just putting his cock away.
God damn it.
Are we getting an Invisible Man house this year, Oscar?
Yes.
Those are the bathrooms.
Oh. Right. No, I was going to say about the Mummy, by the way. I know you just touched on it, and I agree it could come, because obviously. But the weird thing I find with the Mummy is it's like purely an action film, really. The way obviously the last ones were done. I just kind of, I was scratching my head.
Dude,
yeah.
John, we're just gonna walk through and hear his scream.
Yeah,
he's gonna pop out. He's gonna be the only scare actor in the house.
Tom Cruise. He's just gonna be jumping on a couch. I found the mummy. I found the mummy.
Is Tom Cruise gonna be pissed when he has to IF people that are just 5 foot to play him in the house? Are we gonna get sued for that comment? So I'll iron it out. I'll tell them that Scientology is real. Let's go. But yeah, I just find it straight. I think really we could be in for one of our worst years. I think. I don't know why. Just well for hype. I think. Just going off the houses because I think we kind of made. If there's only houses and we lose two things that have already been, just with a bit of a makeup. Depending on what the other IPs are and the originals, it could be kind of underwhelming. But that's just me. So I mean, I haven't spoken to you since for ages. What was your best house last year?
Wait, what? Best house last year?
Yeah, what was your best house last year? I can't spoke to you for ages. How's that gone?
Tomb of the Ancients is up there.
Yeah, that was my best house.
American Horror Story.
Who's calling me?
These are like the top ones for me. Texas Chainsaw.
What was your worst house?
Krampus.
Yeah.
Gosh, that was so.
Yeah. What was that facade about? You're walking, you get like literally, you got about 2 feet for you to look at this big house. It's like, okay. I mean, I even tried taking a picture on the tour. They take a picture of the facade. I was like, I can't even get. I could get like a window in my shot. But yeah, it's just it was a strange one. So
Brendan Fraser in the looking for his coffee in the Mummy House. Absolutely.
I mean, that's and that VR thing last year was a waste. Yeah, that was shocking. Well, okay. So, what I was going to say, was there anything else, or have we covered everything?
No, yeah, I think we're pretty. I think we're done here. Yeah.
Cool.
We covered everything for right now. All right. Well,
Someone just dropped dead.
I heard that.
Wait, what?
Is that Jeremy?
Jeremy?
Someone's been told in the Walking Dead house again.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, yeah, guys. I think that's pretty much it. Do you guys have any other things that you want to mention before we end it here? Or?
I don't think so. Just whenever, hopefully we get something else announced, maybe in the upcoming month or so, or April.
Yeah, hopefully so.
Yeah, April, May seems to be the time we get everything in enough these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the way to keep bringing the dates forward for Halloween Horror Nights, we'll be doing Halloween Horror Nights in January, about 3 years' time. Exclusive 132 nights of Halloween Horror Nights. Yeah. Just so.
All the scare. They'll have real bodies in there from the scare actors that just passed out.
Well, this is the. I mean, I'm going to hire this year because you can't just do two. You can't have two casts basically. So you're going to have obviously a cast off and that, like every night, but yeah. No, so Jeremy will be dead and Kane will be there.
Kane in the pool.
Unless they're going to do a lot of houses where there's like dead bodies lying on the floor and take it in turns each night just to be like a body that's laid there so they can have some sleep. So, but yeah. No, I think like I say, when we get some new stuff, that'll be good.
Yeah. Can't wait to find out what the lineup this year is. It's gonna be good. All right, I guess that's pretty much it, guys. So for those watching, thank you again. Thanks, so
guys.
Much
yeah, thanks,
for watching
guys.
and commenting and leaving comments and asking questions. We really appreciate it, and it really helps us out here, to expand and our discussions and also just to interact with you guys. So that's always great and fun. So
should be a fun year.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So again, Jeremy, Neil, Vic, thanks for joining, and
Thank you.
David. So, all right, we'll see you guys next month for episode 3.
Later, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. See ya.
Cheerio.